The 7 Unbelievable Survival Stories of Frane Selak. You could look at it two ways, Frane Selak said. I was either the unluckiest man in the world or the luckiest. I preferred to believe the latter. Frane Selak had never been on a plane before, but desperate times called for desperate measures. According to Selak, the year was 1963, and the 32-year-old Croatian man had just received word that his mother was ill, making him determined to immediately fly from Zagreb to Rijeka to see her. The earliest flight available was already fully booked, but Selak said he managed to persuade the sympathetic airline to let him sit in the plane's rear with the flight attendant. Selak recalled that his first experience with air travel went smoothly until shortly before landing, when the unthinkable happened. One of the plane's doors somehow flew open. As Selak told the Telegraph in 2003, one minute we were drinking tea, and the next, the door was ripped open, and the flight attendant was sucked into midair, followed shortly by me. Soon, Selak said, the plane crashed, and the flight attendant, 2 pilots, and 17 other passengers lay dead. Selak, however, claimed to have miraculously survived after landing in a haystack that cushioned his fall. And that's just one of the 7 incredible brushes with death that Frane Selak said he endured. The year before the plane crash, Selak said he was on a train from Sarajevo to Dubrovnik that derailed and crashed into an icy river. But he claimed that despite suffering from hypothermia and a broken arm, he swam to safety and survived. In 1966, according to Selak, he was on a bus that skidded into a river, leaving 4 dead, while he swam safely to the banks and suffered only minor cuts and bruises. In 1970 and 1973, Selak reportedly survived 2 similar accidents in which his car spontaneously caught fire while he was driving it and then exploded just before he was able to flee to safety. After 22 accident-free years, Selak said he survived being hit by a bus while walking in Zagreb in 1995. The following year, Selak claimed that he was driving in the Croatian mountains when an oncoming truck caused him to swerve off a 300-foot cliff. However, he said that he was able to jump out at the last second and watch from a tree at the cliff's edge as his car plummeted downward. Selak told the Telegraph that his friends were eventually hesitant to get in a vehicle with him or even be near him at all. There came a stage when I was lucky to have any friends at all, he said. Many stopped seeing me, saying I was bad karma. And as one neighbor of Selak said, put it like this: if I heard Frane had booked a flight or a train, I would cancel. Nevertheless, Frane Selak remained optimistic despite his many brushes with death stories. You could look at it two ways, he said in 2003. I was either the unluckiest man in the world or the luckiest. I preferred to believe the latter. I just know there will be no more accidents, he added. I am going to enjoy my life now. I feel like I have been reborn. God has been watching over me all these years. The devil has moved on to torment someone else. Frane Selak may have been feeling especially optimistic when he made those comments because that was soon after he'd reportedly won a lottery jackpot of 600,000 euros, about 960,000 US dollars. It was a fitting bit of good fortune for a man whose life story seems to have depended so much on luck.